right, hello everyone, and welcome. We've got a lovely partner practice for you tonight, and it's all about just staying chill and cozy. It's going to be very simple, very relaxed, so let's get into it, shall we? First, you might want to know how we're set up here. I have 2 yoga mats side by side, and I just put a blanket on top of them. This whole practice is going to be on the floor. We're not doing anything like standing or with too much effort required. It's going to be pretty relaxed. So you may want to set up the same way, have 2 mats side by side, and then you could have a blanket or 2 or 3, whatever, on top. If you want to have a couple bolsters nearby, we might use them, or we might not, but it's still nice to have them nearby in case you choose to use it. Make sure you're in some cozy clothes and you feel super comfortable. And other than that, we will start. So we'll start seated back to back. Is there anything you want to add? No? Okay. So we'll sit back to back. And this is a great time to check in if you do indeed need some extra support. So you could be sitting on a bolster here. Totally fine. You could both be seated on a bolster or a pillow. So just make sure you're comfortable and see if you can cross through the legs. Keep things really simple here. Just sitting back to back with your partner and breathing in and out through the nose. Maybe you can match each other's breath, but don't force it. It'll eventually happen naturally. And just keeping your hands on your knees or your thighs, whatever is the most comfortable. We'll just gently start to rock from side to side. So you're just keeping it really nice and easy. The main point here is just to connect with your partner and see if you can move together in unison. And we're not rushing through these movements. Remember, we're aiming to stay pretty relaxed through this. This whole class really is a nice way to just wind down from a busy day. It's a nice opportunity to even wind down after you've had a big meal. The stuff will be pretty simple, you know? So like when you're getting all prepped to sit in bed and watch Netflix, do this first. Make your body nice and happy. And then when you're ready, just come into stillness, back into center. Still sitting tall, breathing in and breathing out. And then we'll use the same principle, but slow it down even more. And now we will utilize our partner a little bit more. So you can bring your palms together out to the sides. So we bring our arms out to the side so our partner's hands can meet ours. No need to hang on super tight or anything because we want to make sure that our shoulders and our hands have enough space to rotate and that our mobility is really honored. So we'll start, you're going to pick a side with your partner. We'll start with this side, plant your palms down on the ground or on top of each other, and then we hinge to the left side for us, well, left side for me, right side for Kyle, and then we reach the opposite hands up and over, and then we can come all the way back up, let the opposite palms plant down, and then we stretch over the other way. So the hands that are reaching overhead, you can kind of use a little bit of pressure into each other if you want to deepen the stretch, but there's no pressure to do that. Just find the space that's okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, of course, you want to communicate with your partner because, well, not so surprisingly, we all have different abilities, yeah? And some of us might have more mobility than our partners. So be gentle, be kind, communicate. I'm just going side to side one more time, each side. And there's no competition in this either. No one wins at partner yoga. No one loses either. So come back to center when you're ready, just breathing in and breathing out. And you can place your palms back on your thighs or your knees. And now we're going to go forward and back. So again, be mindful. We all have different levels of flexibility and mobility. Before we do this, though, switch out your legs. So probably your non-habitual leg is in front now. Making sure you're comfortable in your cross-legged position. And then you're going to, again, communicate with your partner. So in this case, I'm going to ask Kyle to lean back on me. So he's going to just lean back, and I will walk my hands forwards and come into a little forward fold. And you can pause here for a couple breaths. So this gives me a nice stretch for the hips, and Kyle a nice stretch for his back. Be mindful again, you don't want any discomfort on your knees. And then nice and easy, we just come all the way up. You can plant your palms to help you sit up. And then we do the opposite. So now I'm going to lean back and Kyle will fold forward to his edge. If you're leaning back, you can play with your arms, like you can reach them up and back, or you can keep your hands on your thighs and feel the support of that. So we'll keep going back and forth. And we just want to go at a nice, easy, slow pace, giving opportunity for each of us to breathe in each position. So we don't want to just go fast back and forth. We want to have a chance to at least have a breath or two in each position. Yeah? And remember, if you're the person that's being folded forwards, you're offering the support for your partner as you come up. It makes it much easier for them to come up to a neutral spine when they feel the support of you pressing their weight upwards. So whoever's folding forward is the one who initiates the next transition. And remember, again, communicate with each other. And then we'll just find one more time coming up and back. So hopefully at this point, this is the balancing measure. So each partner has had each posture an equal amount of times. And coming up to a neutral spine when you're ready. And just pausing for a breath in and a breath out. And then let's move into a twist. So slowly rotate to the left, bring your right hand to your left knee and your left hand back onto your partner's knee. And then sit tall here, enjoy your twist. You may need to readjust. Remember, sit on a prop if you need. Breathe in and out. And then slowly we'll transition through center and switch. So now we twist to the right hand or left hand on right knee, right hand reaches back for your partner's left knee. And we rotate. So we're sitting tall, we have the spinal support from our partner, and we can breathe and enjoy a gentle twist. And we're just rotating back and forth. We'll do a few more rounds. And remember to give your partner a nice amount of time to breathe in the posture. So it should be equal for both of you. And let's just do one more for each side. Take your time. Twisting to the right. And then eventually just coming back to center, pausing for a moment, breathing all the way in and out. And then mindfully, we'll move away from our partner. Oh, you want to do that one? Sure. Okay. Yeah, let's open the chest. Good call, Kyle. So we bring our arms out like a cactus, and then we have our palms facing each other with our partner. So communicate with each other because one person is stretching the other. So I'll stretch Kyle first. So I'm going to slowly draw his chest open, so I'm putting pressure into his, is that okay?
Yeah.
And I'm putting pressure into his arms and hands, but you likely noticed I didn't move a whole lot. This is not a big shift of a posture. We just need little bits of movement. Give each partner a few breaths and then ease up and switch so that the opposite person just pulls your chest open.
Tell me when.
Mm-hmm. Good there. So again, remember you're communicating because each person is likely going to have different mobility. And then just go back to the other partner. You okay?
Yeah.
This is so fabulous to, yes, open the chest, but also just feel the support for the upper back. And switch. So we'll just do a total of 3 for each partner. You can keep going more on this side. Yeah, perfect, good. And this is a really wonderful way to offer kind of like a massage for each other at the same time. So communicate, communicate, communicate. The whole point is to help yourself and your partner feel good here. So we'll get, again, just last rep each side. So 1 more for each partner. And remember, it's not a competition, so just go to your edge. And more is certainly not necessarily better. At this point, you should be on your final rep for the partner that was going second. That's good. And then when you're ready, just slowly come into a neutral place and then let your arms release down. Enjoy a breath in and out. And then we'll turn to face our partner. So if you were seated on a bolster, you might want to remove it and sit on it again. We're going to open our legs wide. I'm going to have to go a little wider than the mat. Again, communicate with your partner. Do you need anything to sit on?
Yeah. I'll grab it.
Or your blanket. So make sure your hips feel nice and neutral here. So Kyle's sitting up on a blanket because he noticed his pelvis was tilting a little bit. So this is going to offer the support for him to be able to sit up straight and still be comfortable in his legs and neutral in the hips and the spine. You feel good?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll start really simply, just reaching forwards. We want to have our acrobat grip here. So index finger is going to go up the forearms and then the other fingers wrap around the wrist. So we stay strong and we're safe with each other. Okay? And now from here, before we move into this and go any further, your feet are touching, but one person is likely going to have their feet more inside the other person. Totally fine. Find the place that's comfortable. Toes, shins, knees, thighs, face upward. Now we're going back and forth, just like we did when we were seated, but now we're going a little bit deeper. So Kyle can lean back first, and he can pull me forwards into a fold. So he's just going to go to his edge, which we'll see, right? And I'm going to go to my edge. You're okay? You need to stay strong in your shoulders. Just go to the space that works for you. And then we'll come back up. We don't need to hold these for too long. And then we come back, and I'll just go to my edge as Kyle finds his.
Yeah.
That's good?
Good.
Yeah, communication, right? And it does require a little bit of ab work, but not too much. And then come back up. So we want these holds to be about 5 seconds or so, not too long. And as we're transitioning, we want to be gentle. Stay strong through your whole body. And remember, just find your edge with ease. We're not trying to like pull our partners to like a whole new level of flexibility, right? We're not doing that here. We just want to work nice and easy. Back and forth. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And like I have quite a bit of flexibility here, right? But that doesn't mean I need to force Kyle to go super far either. So just be nice with yourself. Let's go back just one more time.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then just gently come to center. Yeah, and release the hands. Just pause for a moment. So we can get a little side bending action. We cross the arms, we still find our grip, and then we lean over to the arm that's extended. Think of that shoulder coming down to the knee. And then your left hand, in our case, can reach up and over. Maybe you can grab your partner's foot, maybe you can't, okay? So, very different for each person. Find your edge. We do want to keep our chests facing forwards and not collapsing down. And then you come all the way up and switch. Release, let your shoulder come down. Right hand comes up and over. Again, maybe you can grab your partner's foot or your own foot without collapsing your chest. Yeah. And each side might be so different, right? Breathe in, breathe out. And come all the way back up when you're ready. So we'll do 2 more each side. And just go with your breathing. Give yourself an opportunity to settle into the posture. Again, we're looking for maybe like a 3 to 5 second hold each side. This is a great opportunity to open up through the sides of the body. Also, aim to keep your sit bones down nice and anchored to the ground. And we'll do 1 more for each side. Follow your breath. And then come all the way back up. We're nice and neutral. Release the hands. Okay. We're almost there. So bring your hands to your inner knees so it's easy to bend the knees, and we'll bring the feet together. So now we have our heels down and the balls of our feet meet. We're reaching acro grip. For this one, we do find some tension within our grip. Okay, but move nice and easy. So while we're here, just practice kind of puffing up your chest a bit and getting super tall. And then you're going to pick a side to start. Just signal with your partner. Push that side, push those feet into each other and extend through the legs. Your legs do not need to straighten to do this pose. And then you'll do the other side, pressing the feet into each other and letting the legs come up. And then work the opening of your chest. Yeah! So this is a great way to work your boat pose. It's a little bit easier than holding this on your own. Yeah. It's nice to have the support. Breathing in and breathing out. So this is a really nice way to practice getting some heat in the abs, some length in your spine. Try not to round your spine. And then when you're ready to come down, pick a side, bend that knee, and let the feet come down, and then do the other side. And then release. Breathing in and breathing out here. Okay. So now we're going to turn around again and go back to back for a few more things like this. So we will straighten out our legs on this one. So again, you may want to have some props underneath your hips. So for this one, we're doing the back and forth thing again. Now, Kyle can lean back on me and to come into a forward fold. So you can stay in this type of position. Maybe Kyle, if he feels comfortable, maybe he'll want to reach his arms up and over. Maybe not. For the person in the forward fold, do your best to keep your legs neutral and your toes pointing forwards, and you could bring your forehead toward your shins. And then when you're ready, whoever is being folded forward brings their hands to the mat to start to press up, signaling that they're ready to come up, and then we go the other way. So now Kyle folds forward as I lean back, and he finds his edge. And each person is going to be different. Breathe and enjoy the spaces that open for you in whichever position you're in. You could, if you're leaning back, you can press into your thighs to help give a little bit more pressure for your partner, but again, no forcing. And remember, whoever's being folded forward is the one that initiates the transition. And of course, you're communicating through the whole thing. And you could stay, like you can go pretty slow with these stretches. For this class, we're aiming to hold them for maybe 5 to 10 seconds each side, but you could be holding it for like 30 seconds if you wanted to. Just as long as everybody involved is happy with that decision, yeah? So be kind to yourself. And we'll do just one more rep per partner. Breathe well here. And then coming back up, nice and neutral when you're ready. So now from here, we're staying kind of back to back, except now we're scooching to the side. So each partner is going to scooch over to the left so that you end up having the inner sides of your hips touching. So now this next part could be done in 2 different ways. So we'll start with the easier one first. So bending through your knees, soles of feet are on the mat. Let's go on a slight diagonal just so they can see better. Cool. So you can see we're hip to hip, knees are bent, feet are on the mat. We take the right arm, sweep it up and across over to our partner's hip. So we're giving them a big hug. See, Kyle's arm is across me like a seat belt. And then we lean back onto our partner's legs. And it's like a nice little lazy boy. You comfortable?
Yeah.
It's pretty comfortable. So this can feel super fabulous on the hips, on the back. And it just feels nice to relax. You've got a chair like right there. No need to buy furniture. Breathing in and breathing out here. And this posture will hold for, 5 to 10 seconds for the class. But if you're doing this at home at really any time, you can chill out here for pretty much as long as you want to. As long as you feel happy and comfortable. And then when you want to come up, you give your partner a little extra hug with that inside arm to help you come up easily, and then you release the arms. We want to do the other side, so we're going to scooch over to the opposite side, keeping the legs in this same position. Wrap your seatbelt arm around and lay back. Okay. And of course, this works well if you want to do it like with your kids too, because it's a really nice, easy distribution of weight. But of course, if there's a really big size difference, be very mindful. And then when you want to come up, give your partner that extra little hug so you can come up. And then we'll switch again back to the other side. So you can choose to do the same leg position we just did. If it's available, you can cross your legs. So in a cross-legged seated position, and then we lean back from there. So the other part's the same. You still wrap your arm around and you give them a nice hug so you can lay back. So this one goes a little bit deeper. It may open your chest more. You may find more opening in your hips. Both options are super fabulous. So just do the one that suits you the best. And then to come up, same thing. Give that extra little squeeze, makes it easier to come up. And then do another little switcheroo with the hips. Wrap the arms around. And when you're ready, lay down. And then coming all the way back, up, undo through your arms. Great. So from here, bring the feet back on the mat, scooch away from your partner, and then back up, so you can just go that way. Yeah. So now we're facing each other again, but with our feet on the mat, knees are bent. Yeah? So now one person is going to scooch in a little closer and lie down. And then the other person can lie back as well. Do you have enough space there? Yeah. Okay, so our feet are close together here. So now we can take turns getting a little bit of a shoulder stand prep happening or an assisted bridge. So I'm going to step on Kyle's knees. You're okay?
Yeah.
And then I press in and lift the hips up. You're okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all. But you've got some nice support to enjoy all of the wonderful benefits of shoulder stand without having to go all the way into it. Really, again, it's just an assisted bridge. And then, after maybe 5 seconds or so, I gently lower myself down. And then I can take my feet off of Kyle's knees, and he can plant his on mine. And he can come up whenever he wants. And this is one of those things that might look like, they're putting their feet on knees. This is like so much pressure. This is like nothing for me, right? Like Kyle's doing all the work for himself. I'm just here as a support. It's easy for the body to receive the partner's weight here. So it really is like for the person that's on the, let's say the bottom for this, it's pretty effortless. Would you agree, Kyle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just go back and forth, just 2 reps for each person here. And be kind to yourself as usual. And remember, like holding 3 to 5 seconds, that's all you need. You can hold a little bit longer, absolutely. If you want to do 10 seconds, go for it. But no need to, run a marathon with these postures. We just want to, this is just really great for the lymphatic system. So we want to stimulate that a little bit. Awesome. And then after you've each had your 2 reps, you can slowly just place your feet on the ground, shimmy the feet slightly to the left and your hips slightly to the left. And then you can extend out through the legs. Now if you want to, you can have your arm on your partner's legs. You can scooch a little closer together if you want to hold hands and relax here. Maybe you'd prefer to do the little recline thing, whatever. We're hanging out here just for a few cycles of breath. And just scan through your body for a moment and notice how you're feeling. Generally speaking, these poses will leave a sensation of feeling energized and also relaxed. So just an overall state of well-being. Not to mention the connection that you also deepen with your partner, your communication that gets even more clear. And the intimacy that gets even deeper. And of course, you could choose to stay here as long as you want. And when you feel ready to come up, join hands with your partner if you're not already, and then switch to a really nice tough grip, because you can't have a good relationship without a solid friendship and a solid support for each other. So now from here you can give each other a little pull and sit up. You can give each other a nice hug if you want, because you had such a nice practice. And then just nice and gently coming into a cross-legged position. Let's bring our palms to prayer to simply honor the space that we shared today. Let's draw a full breath in of loving gratitude into ourselves, and a full breath out of loving gratitude for everyone else. And thanks for our yoga time. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Voila. So I hope you feel super wonderful and, relaxed but energized. How do you feel?
Super good.
Yeah?
Relaxed. Yeah. Energized.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah. Sweet. Good times, yeah? It's so simple. All those things are simple to do. And really, that was like 40 minutes. Right? So now you can go chill with Netflix and do whatever, but the body is like, ready for some whatever. Maybe it's time for a nice winter walk. It's beautiful outside. So whatever you choose. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening or day whenever you end up seeing this video. And let us know how you feel and how you felt after class in the comments. See you again soon. Bye.
Have a good one.